Hello. So today I'm going to talk about increasing your left hand range, the distance which your fingers can reach across the fretboard. So, for example, something like this. First fret to seventh fret. That's quite a stretch. And one I don't know that we're ever going to really need to do in a piece of music, but it's something that we should be able to do. Now, being able to use our hand properly, it comes down to kind of knowing how it works, how a ergonomically sound hand will spread across the frets of the guitar. So when most people think of how their hand works, how their hand spreads, they think of this. Just taking the hand, spreading the fingers, and that's it. Their distance is from, their range rather, is from here. Now, if I take that and go to the guitar, well, I can only span, I guess I'm on my first fret and my fifth fret. And I'll tell you, it's not even that comfortable doing this. Okay? So, now if I go back to this extreme stretch I was doing, you'll see when I take my hand off, well, something different is happening. Yes, my fingers are still spread like that originally, but in addition to that, they are sort of splayed out like this. So where my pinky is reaching all the way forward as far as it can go, and my index finger is reaching all the way back as far as I could go. Now, I don't have a tape measure here, but I guess I kind of have a tape measure because I have the span of the frets that I'm able to reach. This distance from here to here is a heck of a lot bigger than the distance from here, that is here to here, when my hand is just spread normally like that. So this is somewhat of a foreign concept to a lot of students out there, even fairly advanced students in my experience. So here's an exercise you can try for yourself to sort of get used to shaping your hand in that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to just pick a finger, not the first finger, but either 2, 3, or 4. We'll start with 2. And just go ahead and play the 6th string on the 3rd fret. So play that G. And you're just going to play it as if that's the only note you'll ever have to play ever in the world. We're not going to worry about stretching. We're just playing that note like it's the only note. Okay? So if you approach it like that, then your thumb should be more or less behind where that finger is, that second finger. Mine's a little bit to the head side of the guitar, to the left, my left at least. And my finger is, let's see, my fingernail, the bed of my nail is pointing straight up at the ceiling. So kind of straight out, you can see the bed of my nail. So in order to get in this position, what we're going to do is we're going to roll on the fingertip to the left, to the head side of the guitar. Here it is from another angle. Now, you're probably already ahead of me, but you can see what's happening is as I roll on my finger, my first finger is going back and reaching the 1st fret. So now what I have is 2 adjacent fingers, 1 and 2, playing on, I guess not adjacent, so playing the span of 3 frets, so from the 1st to the 3rd fret. So essentially just skipping a fret. Okay, not that extreme. But let's try to stretch it a little bit more. So take the 2nd finger again, we'll go to the 4th fret. Play that G sharp like it's the only note you'll ever have to play. We have the thumb more or less in position behind that 2nd finger. And now we're going to roll to the left. Roll to the left. Roll to the left. And reach back to the 1st fret with that index finger. Okay, so now my 2nd finger is really kind of playing on its side here. my first finger is also on its side, and also it's fully extended. Okay? Now, these other notes are blocked, but since we're just worrying about playing these notes, don't worry about it. You know, if we had to, we could always re-angle our hand and get those notes to ring, but in this little exercise, we're just playing these two notes. Let's stretch it one more. So take the second finger, go to the 5th fret. Thumb more or less behind the second finger, and we roll to the left. Notice I'm really bringing my elbow in, bringing it in front of my torso so I can get that good angle. And now we have the second finger on the 5th fret and the first finger on the 1st fret. Now this is definitely awkward to play, but we should be able to do it in theory. So you can try this with all the fingers. 3rd finger on the 5th fret. That's more of a piece of cake. And you can even do it with the 4th finger. And roll to the left. That's hard. Hope that helps. Hope that was clear. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks.